In the world of numismatics, certain coins capture the imagination of collectors and investors alike. Today we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing and valuable 1-cent coins from the United States, the 1957 Liberty cent in fine condition. While at first glance it may seem like just another penny, this particular coin holds a significance that extends far beyond its modest face value. For many coin collectors and history enthusiasts, this single piece of American history is much more than just a simple memento from the past. It's a treasure. The story of the 1957 1-cent coin begins long before it ever made its way into circulation. By the mid-20th century, the U.S. Mint was still churning out copper pennies bearing the classic image of Abraham Lincoln, a design that had been in use since 1909. This particular year, 1957, was just one of the many years in which the iconic design of Lincoln seated on one side of the coin was featured, alongside a simple but powerful depiction of the Union shield on the reverse. What makes this year so special, however, is not just the design but the quality and rarity of the coin itself. The 1957 1-cent coin was minted in substantial quantities, with over 1 billion pieces produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. However, it's the fine condition specimens, those in excellent shape with minimal wear, that have managed to catch the attention of collectors. A coin that was in circulation and has been well preserved can be a stunning example of American craftsmanship, and this particular 1957 Liberty cent is a prime example. In fine condition, the coin showcases the brilliant detail of Abraham Lincoln's profile. His face is sharp and well defined, with his beard and hair visible in fine detail. The letters and numbers of the inscription "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" stand out distinctly, adding to the appeal for collectors looking for high-quality examples. Most importantly, the coin surface is mostly smooth, with some light wear but no major scratches or abrasions. The word "Liberty" still appears clearly, and the design of Lincoln remains well recognized. But why is this coin in fine condition so valuable? It comes down to rarity, condition, and historical significance. Coins like the 1957 1-cent, despite being produced in large quantities, often suffer from the harsh realities of circulation. Most coins were subjected to everyday wear and tear, becoming worn down, scratched, or discolored. Finding a well-preserved specimen from this era, especially one that has been carefully handled and kept in fine condition, is a rare occurrence. The value of a 1957 Liberty 1-cent coin can vary significantly based on its specific condition. While most circulated examples are worth little more than face value, coins in fine condition or higher grades can command a premium. For collectors, this fine condition coin represents both an opportunity to own a piece of American history and a symbol of the enduring legacy of the U.S. Mint's craftsmanship. Interestingly, the 1957 coin holds even greater significance in terms of its production and history. The 1950s were a time of major social and economic change in the United States. The post-World War II boom had brought prosperity and new technological advancements, yet the country was also dealing with the complexities of the Cold War, civil rights movements, and the expansion of consumer culture. Coins like the 1957 penny captured a moment in time, reflecting a nation on the brink of dramatic transformation. Another fascinating aspect of the 1957 1-cent coin is its place in the long history of the Lincoln penny. This design, featuring the image of the 16th President of the United States, has been in circulation for over a century, making it one of the longest used coin designs in American history. The 1957 penny is a direct continuation of this legacy, a tribute to Lincoln's leadership during one of the most tumultuous times in U.S. history and a reflection of his enduring presence in the nation's collective memory. As we look at the future of coin collecting, the 1957 Liberty cent in fine condition stands out as a valuable and meaningful artifact of mid-20th century America. It serves as a reminder of both the nation's past and the enduring value that numismatic items can hold in the world of coins. It's not just about rarity or historical importance. It's about connecting to a time and place that continues to influence us today. Collectors and investors alike often look for coins that tell a story, a coin that not only carries value in terms of money, but also holds significance in terms of culture and history. The 1957 1-cent coin is one of those coins. As you hold it in your hand, you can't help but think about the years that have passed since it was minted. You imagine the countless hands that might have held this very coin, the people who carried it through daily life, and the history it has witnessed. For the dedicated numismatist, the value of this coin goes far beyond just a number. It's a piece of history that connects the present to the past, a tangible link to a moment in American history. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone who appreciates the beauty of finely crafted objects, the 1957 1-cent coin in fine condition remains a remarkable and valuable piece to own in the end. It's not always about the price tag attached to a coin, it's about the connection it creates, the history it carries, and the story it tells. The 1957 Liberty 1-cent coin in fine condition represents all of that, a tangible, precious piece of the American story forever etched in copper. The 1958 Liberty 1-cent coin, and why it has become so valuable to collectors and enthusiasts alike. If you're a coin collector or someone who's just starting out, this video will provide you with insights into why this particular coin, despite being so seemingly small in value, has grown to become one of the most coveted pieces of American numismatic history. So grab a seat, relax, and let's dive into the story behind the 1958 Liberty 1-cent coin in very fine condition. First, let's take a look at the coin itself. The 1958 Liberty 1-cent coin features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. Lincoln's image, designed by Victor David Brenner, has been a staple of the U.S. penny since 1909. On the reverse side, we see the words 1 cent and a simple but powerful design with 2 wheat stalks on either side, which is known as the wheat penny design. This design was used from 1909 until 1958, before being replaced with the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. The 1958 Liberty 1-cent coin, though seemingly just another penny, holds a much deeper value, especially in very fine condition. In numismatic circles, coins are judged not just by their rarity, but also by their condition. The condition or grade of a coin plays a massive role in determining its value. The very fine grade means that the coin shows somewhere from circulation, but it's still in relatively good shape. Most of the details are still visible, but the coin might have a slight amount of wear on the high points. For a 1958 penny, if it's classified as very fine, it suggests that this coin was carefully preserved or has aged with minimal wear, making it much more desirable to collectors. To fully understand why the 1958 Liberty 1-cent coin has become so valuable, we need to take a step back in time. The year 1958 wasn't just notable for being the final year of the wheat penny design, it was also a significant year in American history. The Cold War was in full swing, and the United States was deeply entrenched in the space race with the Soviet Union. 1958 was a year of technological advances, with the launch of the first American satellite, Explorer 1, marking a pivotal moment in history as far as the coin goes. 1958 marked the end of an era for the U.S. Mint. The wheat penny, which had been in circulation for nearly 50 years, was being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. This made the 1958 penny a symbol of transition, and coins from that year hold a certain historical significance. As the last of their kind for collectors, owning a 1958 penny means holding a piece of numismatic history that no longer exists in circulation. Now, when it comes to rarity, the 1958 Liberty 1-cent coin might not be among the rarest pennies ever minted. In fact, the mintage numbers for this particular year were quite high, with billions of these coins struck. But like with many coins, it's not just about how many were made, it's about the condition of the coin that remains. Today, many of the 1958 pennies that were originally minted have long since been lost, worn down, or damaged beyond recognition. As time passed, the majority of these coins circulated widely and saw heavy wear. So to find a 1958 penny that's in very fine condition is a rarity in itself. Moreover, the value of coins like these is driven by the market of collectors who are always searching for high-quality specimens to add to their collections. When a coin like the 1958 Liberty 1-cent coin in very fine condition surfaces, it can fetch quite a premium over its face value. Although it might not be worth hundreds of dollars in most cases, a well-preserved 1958 penny can still hold a surprising amount of value compared to others from the same year or period. So why do collectors care about a coin that's only worth 1 cent? The answer lies in the world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins. And currency. For many collectors, owning a specific coin from a specific year or era is about preserving history and owning a tangible piece of the past, as we discussed. The 1958 penny is the last year of the wheat penny design, and for many collectors it symbolizes the end of an era in U.S. currency. Additionally, investing in coins is a serious hobby for many people. Some consider coins like the 1958 Liberty 1-cent coin to be an investment with the potential for future appreciation. While it's true that not every coin will see exponential growth in value, the fact that coins like the 1958 penny can still fetch a higher price than their original face value speaks to the power of numismatics as a form of investment. The condition of the coin, its rarity, and the demand from collectors all play a part in its market value. To better understand why a very fine 1958 penny is so valuable, let's talk a bit about coin grading. Coin grading is a standard used by collectors and dealers to determine the quality of a coin. The grading system ranges from poor to mint state, and each level indicates how much wear or damage the coin has sustained. A very fine coin like the 1958 Liberty 1-cent coin sits in the middle of the grading scale. It has seen some circulation but is still in remarkably good condition. For a coin like this, collectors are particularly interested in the clarity of its details. The 1958 penny, in very fine condition, will show crisp details on the face of Abraham Lincoln, as well as the wheat stalks on the reverse, while some wear on the high points, such as the hair or the top of Lincoln's head, might be visible. The overall appearance of the coin remains sharp and attractive. In terms of monetary value, a 1958 Liberty 1-cent coin in very fine condition can vary in price depending on the specific market conditions and the coin's grade. While the face value is just 1 cent, it's not unusual for coins in very fine condition to fetch a price of several dollars at auction or through dealers. Of course, the price can increase significantly for coins with even higher grades, such as extremely fine or uncirculated, but for most collectors of very fine condition, 1958 penny represents a perfect balance of historical value and affordability. As mentioned earlier, the market for coins fluctuates over time. Factors like demand, rarity, and the overall condition of the coin will influence its price. For those interested in the value of their own 1958 Liberty 1-cent coin, it's always a good idea to have it appraised by a professional coin dealer or appraiser who can give a more accurate assessment of its worth in today's market. In conclusion, the 1958 Liberty 1-cent coin in very fine condition is more than just a penny. It's a piece of American history that holds both sentimental and monetary value for collectors and enthusiasts alike. While the coin may have been worth just 1 cent when it was first minted, its worth today can be much higher, especially when it is well preserved and in good condition. If you're lucky enough to come across one of these coins in your collection, it's worth taking the time to carefully examine its condition and understand its significance in the world of numismatics. Thank you for watching this video on the 1958 Liberty 1-cent coin. If you found it interesting, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content, and leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I'd love to hear about your own coin collecting experiences and what coins you're currently searching for. Until next time, happy collecting.